Well, it's round 4 here at Ocala Grand Prix Spring Summer Local Series. Hello again, everybody. I'm Tony Monica. Race number 4 weekend. We'll be running with the hairpin, no chicane today. Temperatures are heating up. Point standings races are really heating up. We've got some close ones, so we're excited to get ready for round number 4 here today at Ocala Grand Prix. All right, catching up with Joey Attanasio. Joey, of course, Rock Junior driver here at Ocala Grand Prix. Joey moving into race weekend number 4. You're right there in the hunt for a points championship. So far, so good for the season. Talk a little bit about how you feel going into race number 4.
I feel pretty good. I mean, we had a little bit of trouble in second practice. My dad changed the caster in the front, so I couldn't get the tires warm enough, and I went straight into the barrier. But practice 1, I was pretty good. We had a little bit of weight on there, so I was a couple tenths off the time, but overall, I feel pretty good about this local race.
All right, now listen, another big thing going on for you is the Ocala Grand Prix Scholarship Program. You're right there also right on top for the scholarship coming up here as we work through 2018. This is a big thing for you and your family, trying to get that scholarship, prepaid scholarship here from Ocala Grand Prix.
Yeah, I feel if I win it, I'm going to feel really good. I know George is putting a lot of money. They were talking about like $28,000 per scholarship, which is a lot of money. Imagine how many times he bought those, and I'm 200 points or something ahead of the second place, so I'm feeling pretty confident about it, and hopefully I can get it.
All right, well, you keep on digging hard. Now, let me talk a little bit about something outside of the go-kart world. You had the opportunity to drive one of the Lucas Oil cars, open-wheel cars. Tell us a little bit about those cars and the difference you've seen right away, Joey. When you got in there, I saw the pictures on Facebook, got into the car. What were some of the differences you saw? Wow, this is so much different here in this car versus a go-kart.
So number one, the difference is on a go-kart, you press the brake fast and then go back on the gas, but on the Lucas Oil, they have springs. When you hit the gas, you can't go immediately back on because the weight has to go forward, so you can turn, especially because they have street tires. You have to get the weight in, turn it. They're a lot slower in the turns, but out on the straightaway, they're really quick.
Yeah, and you mentioned the difference between the slicks and the tires, street tires. Why would they run the street tires? Explain that a little bit.
The reason why is because for the school and for the beginners that came that were unexperienced, they use those and I asked them, why aren't you using slicks in their beginners? And they said they get used to the slipperiness of the car, and so when they go on the slicks, they'll be much better in the car.
Now, do you think your future is going to bring you into something, maybe into the F4 cars, or what are you looking to get in the future, Joey? I know that eventually you're going to get into cars full time. What direction do you think you're going to go in?
I've always been an open wheel kid since I was a small tyke. I mean, I was watching IndyCar, Formula One since I was a little kid, and it's always been my dream. I love open wheel because of the tires. You get the wind in your face, hear the engine much better. And we bought an F4 car, and we need to fit a seat in it, and then we'll be good to go from there.
Good. We'll be following you again. You continue to do a great job out there today, this weekend, as we move into round 4. And good luck with the open wheel stuff. We really appreciate you stopping by today.
Thank you.
Joey Attanasio here at Ocala Grand Prix. So what an incredible finish for round number 4 of Ocala Grand Prix Spring Summer Series. Again, we've seen some great racing, nose to tail, side by side, first time winners, and some drivers even getting on the podium, first time ever racing here at Ocala Grand Prix. We're looking forward to round number 5 coming up right here at OGP. That comes up June 9th. Looking forward to some great racing as we work toward the tail end of the racing season. Again, don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Ocala Grand Prix. Also, check out the website at ocalagrandprix.com. Until next time, I'm Tony Monica. So there you go, some very exciting highlights from our past race, round number 4 from our Spring Summer Local Series. Seen some first-time winners, great side-by-side racing. Well, hello again, everybody. I'm Tony Monica, your host at OGP TV. As we move forward, we're going to feature 2 very exciting classes, X30 Senior and our shifter class. This is where we're seeing some very top speeds here at OGP and some exciting racing. We'll look at that next. Colin Warren in row number 2 on the inside, making his first start here with us in the Spring Summer Local Series in the X30 Senior side. In a pretty good starting spot, very good driver. Colin on the inside of row number 2. Brian likes what he sees. Green is up and we are underway. Zachary Hollinshead going to hug that low side through the apex. Zachary going to make it stick and he'll hold on to the lead in the turn at number 2. Good start for the OGP team driver, Zachary Hollinshead. Zachary going to take him up now through the top part of the hairpin turn. And he's under the gun. A good little battle there. Brandon Simone picking up right where he left off. And that pre-final, he's going to take the lead away. Brandon Simone, your new leader. Here comes Colin Warren. Little bit of contact. He's in the bumper of Zachary Hollinshead. Here they come down the front stretch. Zachary going to cross the line as your leader. Well, Zachary Hollinshead back up there for the second time. You got Zachary Hollinshead, then you got Colin Warren running second, Brandon Simone, Colin Cornell. Good 4-cart shootout as they head to the top part of that hairpin turn. Log jam of traffic. Look at this as they come through the tree turn. So Colin Warren making his first start in the X30 Senior side here in our Spring Summer Local Series. Very talented driver, had some success there with the SCUSA Series down at Homestead. And he'll look to the inside, also dominated here at OGP, and he's going to take the top spot away. So a new leader now, your third different leader, Colin Warren up front. You've seen Zachary Hollinshead, Brandon Simone, now it's Colin Warren. Now the question is, will they be able to reel him in? Will he be able to break away? Been very fast here all weekend, coming home third in the pre-final. And he'll head up to the top part of the showcase. Colin Warren going back to lap 2, had quick time 35.486, and he just turned a 35.199. He'll work on a 0.2 of a second advantage over the second place car to Zachary Hollinshead. Zachary running second. Brandon Simone running third. Brandon coming in this weekend third in the point standings. Brandon's got a couple third place finishes this season. Right now he's trying to work on that second place car to Zachary Hollinshead. See Simone running third as they come up through the top part of the showcase. Down the front stretch they come. Lap number 4 in the books. Colin Warren, Hollinshead, Simone, your top 3. And what a good battle up front. All 3 drivers have had the top spot, but right now, Colin Warren, the one able to make it stick now, going to be challenged top part of that hairpin turn. Zachary Hollinshead trying to work the inside, going to have to be shut down as they work through the tree turn. Now Zachary's got an open lane. He'll get it away. As they'll work to the top part of that hairpin turn. Zachary, your leader. Colin Warren running second. Running third, Brandon Simone. It's Clay Settles. Good 4-cart shootout. Zachary with some breathing room now as we close into the halfway point this time by. As we'll see cross flags, 6 down, 6 to go. So at the halfway point, Hollinshead, your leader. Colin Warren second. Brandon Simone third. Clay Settles fourth. Andrew Burley fifth. Sammy Ruck running sixth. Vinny Leonard is seventh. Colin Cornell now going to drop back, or correct that, Colin Cornell dropping back to 8th. So traffic stretching out in the back end of the field. Right now, Colin Warren sitting on fast time with a 35.147. He did it here in lap number 7. As we'll work on lap number 8, your X30 Senior Final, 14 laps. As your top 4 head down into turn number 1. Andrew Burley, your points leader. He's got 3 second place finishes, and checking in on Andrew, he's currently being scored in the 5th position. Colin Warren turning fast time 35.049. So Colin Warren kicking it up as he goes back to work now on Zachary Hollinshead. Said Zachary, OGP team driver. And right now, Cowan closing it up again as they come off the top part of the showcase. It'll be lap number 9, this time by Cowan with a 35.018 new quick time. He's closing it up in turn number 2. And Cowan Warren, a lot of success. He just swept the field in the SCUSA Series down in Homestead. Brought that momentum right here at OGP. Young man's been racing for 16 years, turned 21 on Friday. Started in kid karts and ran the circuits. Very good driver. As he goes right back to work on Zachary Howland's head as they'll come down the front stretch. Zachary going to look over that shoulder. He sees nothing but Cowan Warren with 10 in, 4 to go. Now Cowan all over the bumper. Zachary through turn number 2. Zachary still knows he's got company. That is Cowan Warren staying right on him. They'll exit off the top part of that hairpin turn. Now off the hairpin turn they come. Through the tree turn, Cowan Warren, I'll tell you, a very crafty young man. I've watched him since age 5. All around the country, all through the state of Florida. The young man can get it done. It's lap number 11 in the books this time by. Of course, as good as he is, Zachary Howland said, the OGP team driver right ahead of him. Talk about a crafty, solid driver, and he's right there up front. He knows he's got Cowan Warren behind him. We'll see what happens here as we're going to have 2 laps to go next time by. Your leader, Howland said, Warren running second, Simone running third, Clay Settles fourth, Andrew Burley fifth, Sammy Ruck running sixth, Vinny Lenardis seventh, Cornell down at least 9 laps being scored 8th, and we got 2 to go this time by. Brandon Simone was in the mix pretty much early on. Got a local yellow in turn number 2, traffic flowing right through there. Zachary going to make that left-hand turn, bottom part of the hairpin turn. He'll shuffle up to the top part of the hairpin turn. Exits off the hairpin turn. Zachary Howland's head. He'll head to the tree turn. Got a car length advantage over Cowan Warren. They'll head up now to the showcase. Cowan going to have to get them wheels going now if he wants to make a move. He's got 1 more circuit to go. Howland's head going to bring him to the stripe. White flag up, 1 to go. Zachary Howland's head dives down to turn number 1. Cowan Warren on the bumper, your leader. He backs out of into turn number 2. They'll work into turn number 3, nose to tail. Zachary, nice sharp left-hand turn to the bottom part of that hairpin turn. Now they'll work off the top part of the hairpin turn. Howland's head, your leader, into the tree turn. Different approach through the tree turn. Zachary fighting them off as they come through the tree turn. Zachary gonna hug the low side as they work their way up through the showcase. Going up to the high side, here they come. It's a drag race down to the line. They're side by side. Your winner, Cowan Warren, he takes it away at the line. What a finish. There is Cowan Warren. What a different approach as he went to the high side, going through the showcase, and he takes the win away. Green is up, we're underway. Everybody going down into turn number 1, trying to get that best jump as they'll work off of turn number 1 quickly into turn number 2. Again, no chicane, hairpin this weekend. And they'll definitely come off of turn number 1. They'll get into turn number 2 very quick. Going back to that pre-final, A.J. Myers had a 33.892. And he was the only driver in that 33-second bracket, so they are getting around pretty quick. And A.J. off to a good start in the 105. A.J. going to work down the front stretch. He'll bring the 478 and Nick Trumbull with him. Michael Stevens running third. Those 3 drivers, Rock, Shifter, Seniors, again, those drivers, 1, 2, 3, all on the Shifter Rock Senior side as they'll work up through the hairpin turn. Again, your top 3, A.J. Myers. We'll correct that. It'll be A.J. Myers, Nick Trumbull, Parshed McGarry, Michael Stevens. Michael being scored in that 4 spot. A.J. Myers now with a 1.6 second advantage. He just turned a 33.991. Only driver in the 33-second bracket. Took him 3 laps to dip it down, and he's in the 33-second bracket, A.J. Myers. So A.J. moving right along. You remember going back to the pre-final at a 33.892. He just turned a 33.991, so he is closing in on his quick time in the pre-final. Meantime, look at Michael Stevens trying to stuff it in there. Battling for second, he goes to work on Nick Trumbull. Michael working that paddle as he works off of turn number 1. Michael Stevens on a spring hill trying to make that move on Nick Trumbull as they go to the bottom part of the hairpin turn. Leaders now coming into the tree turn. That's A.J. Myers breaking away with it. Action right now for second between Nick Trumbull and Michael Stevens as they work off the tree turn. And you've got Shifter Rock senior drivers in the top 4 spots. A.J. Myers, Nick Trumbull, Michael Stevens, and Varshed Vigeri. And A.J. Myers continuing to break away. A.J. now with a 2.8 second advantage. A.J. quick lap now, 33.942 for A.J. Myers. There's A.J. on the entry to the tree turn. Everybody else now just coming off the hairpin turn. Battle for second now. Michael gonna find a lane. A little bit of rubbing as they come to the top part of the showcase. Michael Stevens here at the halfway point trying to make a move on Nick Trumbull. 7 down, 7 to go. A.J. Myers your leader. He's got a 4.3 second advantage over Nick Trumbull. Running third is Michael Stevens, Varshed Vigeri fourth, fifth will be Gonzalo Ponte. Running sixth, your leader on the Shifter Rockmaster side is Mike Crook. Then you got Charlie Ayers, the Shifter S2 Honda driver. Andrew Burley, 8th. Patrick Ludwig, 9th. Patrick Current running in the 10th spot. A.J. Myers with quick time, 33.942. Meantime, Michael Stevens able to get around Nick Trumbull for that second spot. I'm not sure that's going to last. Nick going to dive to the inside off of turn 2. He takes that spot right back for second. Great little battle for second. Michael Stevens doing battle with Nick Trumbull. Michael in the 41, Nick in the 478. So Nick Trumbull trying to hold off a very quick Michael Stevens. Michael up through the top part of the showcase. Still hit lap number 9 this time by. As A.J. Myers now 7.1 second advantage for A.J. Myers. A.J. the very long time, crafty, good, talented driver. Just breaking away from the field. Watch this kid grow up in racing, and boy, he's just done an outstanding job. So field now working off the tree turn for that second place position. Nick Trumbull trying to keep Michael Stevens behind him. And they'll hit 10 laps in. Solid run going for the 105 of Varshed Vigeri. He's being scored 4th. So 4 laps to go. Got a good one going on for that second place position between Nick Trumbull and Michael Stevens. A couple of youngsters have come up through the ranks now on the senior side in the shifter cart. Varshed Vigeri staying right there with those second and third place drivers. So we've got 11 laps complete as they come down the front stretch. In the meantime, A.J. breaking away with an 8.9 second advantage for A.J. Myers. Look at A.J. coming up through the hairpin turn. The rest of the field still in turn number 3. So A.J. through the tree turn. He's going to get 2 to go next time by. There's Michael Stevens going to try to go back to the drawing board and see if he can get something going here with time running out. 2 to go. For A.J. Myers. Now Michael trying to get a run. He's going to go to the inside. He's wheel to wheel, side pod to side pod. As they come down the front stretch, Michael able to muscle his way into that second spot. That has been a strong point for Michael Stevens, able to get to the inside. As he entered that showcase, now let's see if he can get away from Nick Trumbull with just 11.5 to go. Nice little battle there. Varshed Vigeri staying right with them as they come off the tree turn. Led by Stevens. White flag up in the meantime for A.J. Myers. He'll work his way into turn number 1. A.J. now checking out of the zip code as he works into turn number 2. Battle for second. Here they come. Michael Stevens, he'll pick up the white flag as he works off a turn at number 1. Michael opens up a good 5-cart length advantage into turn number 2. So your leader, A.J. Myers, breaking away right now. A.J. with a 10-second advantage over the field. Not a big surprise, a very talented driver. He will grab the shifter. Rock Senior win, A.J. Myers. Meantime, Michael Stevens can coast home. What a battle. He earned that second spot as here comes Michael Stevens. He'll grab second, followed by Nick Trumbull. Nick will grab a podium. And you got Farshad Bagari and Gonzalo Aponte rounding out the top 5. Well, there you go. Some very exciting. I have 2 of our premier classes here at OGP, our shifters and X30 Senior. What a run from our team driver, Zachary Hollins. He went down to the wire with Colin Warren, able to grab the win. Some great side-by-side racing out of those 2 classes. Now let's move ahead and look at our scholarship standings. First, we'll look at the X30 Junior class. So Ashton Chilton right now with 651 points as he leads the way in the X30 Junior class. Shea Donkin, Shea is currently second. He's right there in the hunt. Charlie Ayers followed by Tyler McIntyre. On the Mini Swift side, it's Anderson Leonard. He leads the way with 755 points, followed by Carson Walters. Carson with 480. Rock Jr., well, it's been the Joey Atanasio show. Joey is your sole leader right now, and he holds 690-point advantage over the field. Rock Mini, that's been a very exciting class. Alex Jakey right now on top of the Rock Mini side with 734 points. Dean Dibdahl second, Dean with a 579, and Julian DaCosta in the hunt. Julian 534 points, followed by Tom Shoecraft the third. Well, as we move forward now, our very own Piper Hansen with OGP TV had the opportunity to work with our driver coach, Chris Enderlein. Chris was able to go out with Piper, lead her around the track, show her the short ways around the track, and then they reversed the roles as Chris was able to follow Piper and see how much she improved throughout the day. Then as the day ended, they sat down and took a look at all the data. Where does Piper need to improve and where does Piper need to back off? So it's very interesting how that all played out. So this is something that if you're interested in learning how to drive, get that professional coaching, you can do that right here at OGP.
So we've already fit Piper for the chassis and her driving suit for today's class. Now we're gonna head out and have a look at the track and go over some of the differences in each one of the corners. You can see here really dark spots. 9 times out of 10, that's where the rubber is. It's always where the rubber is. It's where you should be. The fast people drive the track where there's rubber. So you're not out there doing this. You're out there easily moving the steering wheel. If you're more than say 5 to 8 minutes, you're way overturning the cart. Usually hit the brake right towards the end of that barrier, and then you start rolling through. Our track is what's called late apexes. Almost all of them are. So instead of having an apex that is dead center, it's on the second half of the corner. On the second half of the corner here, it allows you to carry more momentum and drive off. I may not be carrying quite as much speed as some of the guys that are just all the way around the corner, but I get the cart straight and I'm pointed into the next corner. The goal is to get your hands as straight as possible, as soon as possible. It allows the cart to accelerate quicker. There's no bind in it. Race carts, when you put a lot of wheel or any steering into it, it actually scrubs speed. So if you can keep the steering wheel straight longer and open the wheel up sooner, you gain acceleration faster. Piper and I just got back in from our first session on track. I think it was a little bit more demanding than what she had first assumed it to be. I did lead follow. She followed me for 3 or 4 laps, and then I waved her by to see how she had taken in the direction that I had led her on the track.
It was definitely a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to have a lot more speed, just because I've never really been one to be afraid, but I was definitely a little nervous out there. Some corners felt really good, others really terrible. It's going to be interesting to see the learning curve though, because I've been around racing but never actually in the kart.
Most people that come into this have a tendency to cheat certain corners early. I can show you on the video and everything like that how it worked out, where you were at versus where I was at, and how to get around those corners properly.
Well, this was awesome, Chris. Definitely very eye-opening.
Well, there was a very educational segment there from our very own Piper Hansen and Chris Enderlein. If you'd like to get involved in our driving classes, just contact the track and we'll be able to help you out. I hope you enjoyed the show. As always, don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Ocala Grand Prix. Also visit the website, ocalagrandprix.com. Until next time, I'm your host, Tony Monica.